And there it is right there. What do you need to hear to feel better? What do you need to hear to feel better? What is it that you need to know to feel better? What is it that you need to remember to feel better? What is it that you need to be in touch with in your soul to feel better? Get in touch with that space in your soul, that knowing in your soul, that remembering in your soul. Take faith in what you know you remember in your soul and love that portion of your soul so that you can feel in your soul you have what you need from within. And although we are human, and that is a hard, poignant fact, we are human. We have physical, material needs, right? And people will look down on you for needing things, such as, shit, I'm surprised they're not charging for air. As a matter of fact, they are charging for air because I'm sitting right near an air pump in which people place this, you understand, this is where they fill their tires up. They're charging $2.50 at some gas stations to put air in their tire. Ridiculous. Or drive 2 miles down the road, waste your gas, and go and wait in line. Because they can. Because that's what we need, air, don't we? Starting to charge for air. Hold your breath until you get into this building because the whole wide world out there is toxic. I can go to Jimmy John's and get free snips. Have I talked to you about this? Money. The financial system, the creation of for saving you the energy, because you can't make a telephone call and be like, hey, Paul, I got some real sweet bull over here. You can't telepathically communicate to Paul anymore and be like, I got some real sweet oxen and I need some bread. Can we meet in the middle at Jonestown? I don't know, Jonestown. Can we meet there and I'll give you the oxen? Well, no. First of all, because unless you're speaking telepathically, Paul doesn't believe you anymore. And Spindler's trap. The swindler's trap. It is fucking cold. I don't know why I'm so cold. Bundle up, bundle up. Winter's come, winter's come. But it's not. It's the other end of winter. Which is really confusing as to the fact that winter begins when winter starts to end. Isn't that funny? The solstice. The winter's solstice. That is when I suppose daylight savings time is about a month and a half before. Samhain, right? I guess there's a little bit of confusion on these Gregorian calendars now, isn't there? Oh, who gives a damn? It's almost the end of this trudge through the fucking night to bring your oxen to market. You know, you've already sacrificed your goat. Your most precious goat in the beginning of this. This life. Oh, and here we are. You know, what can you do? Not a damn thing. Not a damn thing. Because that precious goat will never be remembered as that precious goat. It'll be remembered as the entire reason for all of our struggles. Not only that, it'll be gifted with all of its own struggles. And then, why, if that isn't enough, why not just throw all of the family's struggles on top of it? All of the ancestral traumas on top of that. All of the sins, and that's why it's called a scapegoat. That's why it breaks the family's fucking curses. That's why it comes before winter, and that is why at the end of winter it is done struggling. It has been reborn, and it should be. Are you ever going to stop blaming your loved ones for the shape of this world? Your God. Who created God? Oh, your ancestors created God. And if not them, then it must have been the ones before them, which would be then the religious, zealots. And if not them, then who? The demigods and the demons. And if not them, then who? And if not them, then who? And who do we come to at the end of that? The Creator, he, she, they, it. Blame that. And yet that is what gives you the source of life. Nature. This earth. This planet. Oh, begin again, Finnegan. Go back to the belly of the whale, Jonah. Start over, Rover. Repeat on, Peter. Pete and repeat. I've been on this island for years, Lord. I sent you a boat. I sent you, yeah. I burned your shed or your shack so that we could attract a boat. And you wanted God himself. Really? Nature's all around you. Love is all around you. And yet it is just a burden. Burn your village then. Call on your God. And do it again and again and again. Destroy your family line. Destroy everything. Drive everyone away from you. Make everyone hate you. Scare everyone away. Drink yourself into a stupor. Blame your children. Blame everyone. And then at the end, call on your God. Bring him back. Bring her back. Oh dear Lord, what have I done? Oh my God. Destroyed it all. And now we're destroying the planet for money. Money, money, money. I got love in my tummy. Yum, yum. I have 3 turkeys. I ate 3 turkeys for Thanksgiving. Oh, how sweet. Yeah, I have more than you. Yeah, I've got more, and you caused all my problems. Oh, yeah, thank God I've got it all. But you don't thank God, do you? No, you don't thank God. Not really. Not really. Your Thanksgiving. Thank God we got all this good shit to eat. Amen. You want me to pull up the Bible and give you a real fucking prayer? So that maybe next year you won't be so fucking forgetful? No, you don't, because you'll forget in 2 fucking months. As a matter of fact, you will forget in 2 weeks. You'll forget before Christmas even comes around. You'll forget what your father had to do to slave that land. You'll forget what your mother had to do to slave, to put food on the table, let alone have a feast. You'll forget. And you'll shun your children. You'll push away your entire belief system that you were brought up with. Weren't you a Catholic? Didn't you once become healed through God? Didn't God heal you? You were healed by the grace of God. And I am the one that should be shamed. The one that speaks to your children when they pray. The one that wakes you up every morning and keeps your heart beating and loves you unconditionally where you are, in the woods, frozen toad, looking for winter berries, crying to your beloved dog Bear, out burning garbage forever, too scared to go inside because you don't know what you might have done to make people upset today. But you know you'll shoulder it. I'm sorry. You don't have to shoulder it anymore. And that's facts. I love you for having shouldered it for so long. I love you for having let you shoulder it for so long. But I'm so glad that you know that this is not on any of your children. And because you know that this is not any of your children's faults, I'm so glad. So glad. So glad that you will let your children go and come to your God. And you will stay in a Jeep and eat the breadcrumbs that the world has given you. That God gives you to keep you going. I thank you. Thank you. And thank you for not throwing it in anyone's face. What you have or what you don't have. I guess you are kind of throwing it in people's faces what you don't have. No need to drown in your sorrows anymore either. Okay? Because what you don't have is illness. You don't have illness anymore. You aren't dying of a broken heart. Although it is possible, you're not. You may only be striving and barely breathing and barely keeping your head above water, but that's only due to the untrained ear. and the closing of your third eye to the reality that is God. What would Jesus do if we're going through the Christianic background in which you were raised? What would Jesus do? He would forgive and continue to forgive. And he would share and continue to share. He didn't want to be a wanderer. He was told to be a wanderer, to spread the news. He did his part. He did his part. I'm sorry you picked up your cross a little late. I'm sorry. Sorry you didn't come and take up your cross fully as soon as you had children. I'm sorry you took up your cross after they moved out of the house. I'm sorry that wasn't a choice of yours. I'm sorry that wasn't a choice of yours at all. I'm sorry you can't still raise them even though they be itty bitty. I'm sorry. I do not wish that separation upon anyone. Anyone. A mother or a father. Sadly, with all of your kids, it was both. All of them had to go without their real mother and their real father. Damn near. Just so you could come to find God. But here you are. And isn't that the blessing that we wanted? Stop blaming God. He loves you. She loves you. I love you. I really love you with all of my heart. Whoever is listening to this, if you have any sort of connection to what I'm saying, just know that this was put out for me. But it was channeled for me. It was God speaking to me, and I know that I listened to me, so I'm going to listen to this, and this is going to remind me that I need to remember what I need to remember, and I know what I need to remember, and I've remembered this several times, and I keep reminding myself to listen, and I am listening. But I'm not going to hide behind other people's rules and regulations anymore. Their commands, their demands, their control. Because when I hide behind other people's commands, demands, and control, I forget. I forget what real love is. I forget who speaks through me and with me and to me and for me. I forget who I am. I forget who God is. everything. This forest I'm looking into right now, and this gas station that sits behind me. It's into the woods and into the world. It's being in the world, but not of the world. I have to live here. I have to accept reality, and yet I do not have to accept that I have to bust my ass to please those that forget what love is. I do not bow to any man but God. I do not bow to any woman but God. Because God made me better when no one else gave a damn. God healed my mom from MS. She forgets. I love you. Now that I made it personal, apparently we're done talking. So, I hope you have a great day. I'm going to go to bed now because 21 minutes in, yeah, that's a little bit too much for me. I just wanted to go to sleep. I didn't want to waste any more gas warming myself up or time when I could be getting some rest and hopefully start the day brand new. There's nothing that can be done on a Sunday. Start first thing in the morning, 6 a.m. My mom gets out at 6 a.m. Maybe she'll need some help. Maybe she'll let me help her. Maybe she won't be so demanding and wanting to tell me exactly how I can help her. Maybe she'll want to help me. Who knows? Maybe my daughter will be willing to help. Hell, maybe my 2-year-old will, my soon-to-be 3-year-old will give me a phone call. You know? It sucks when they don't ask you what you need, but they want you to ask them what they need, right? Story of my life. Anyways, I love you. I'll talk to you later. Bye.